We are now just 105 days away from the official release of Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker by writer and director J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio, as well as creator George Lucas. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, what's really exciting about Episode 9 is that we do know that this film is going to contain many different twists and turns, as well as J.J. Abrams adding in new actual elements to the Star Wars franchise that fans have never seen before on the big screen, which really is going to be very ambitious of J.J. and very goal-driven of J.J. and what he's really trying to do in order to mark this down as an innovative Star Wars movie, while at the same exact time staying very authentic to the Skywalker saga. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film, and when it all comes down to one of the concept art descriptions, this is where things begin to get very intense for Episode 9. Now, specifically, shot descriptions consisting of a sequence where it's explained that both Rey and Kylo Ren are holding hands where they are said to be shrouded in darkness, where they are both using the ability of flow walking during one of their Force Bond scenes. It's said that eventually they begin to witness visions of the past, including a sequence in which both Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon Jinn are fighting Darth Maul on Naboo, where it's said to be taken from the very beginning of that battle from Episode 1, that eventually transitions to a sequence between both Darth Vader and Luke on the second Death Star from Episode 6, where Luke is said to strike down Darth Vader to the ground, where it shows Palpatine telling Luke to fulfill his destiny. Where then it's said to lead to a sequence in which Rey and Kylo Ren witness Luke Skywalker in his Jedi Master outfit, looking out to the Tatooine Suns with an X-Wing by his side, that is said to give fans a glimpse of where Luke went just before leaving for his journey to Ahch-To. It's described that the flow walking technique allows Kylo and Rey to see visions from the prequels and originals, as well as ones from the events in between the originals and the sequels. So let's go over a couple of parts about this. Now, we do know that Episode 9 is going to be a movie that's going to take many different risks, as well as adding in many different pieces of nostalgia that fans have never seen before on the big screen. And if you think about it like this, alright, we do know that Episode 9 is going to be a very important film in Disney and Lucasfilm. They really are trying to show a lot of callbacks to the prequels and the originals that's really going to be used as a lesson for both Rey and Kylo Ren while using the flow walking technique. Now, the thing that really impresses me is that both Rey and Kylo are actually set to witness the moment from The Phantom Menace in which Qui-Gon, Obi-Wan, and Maul battle on the world of Naboo, specifically within the city of Theed, and that eventually leads to a sequence in which they also see the epic battle between father and son, Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker on the second Death Star, where Luke Skywalker taps into the dark side and strikes down his own father, followed by the dialogue of Palpatine stating, "To fulfill your destiny," to Luke Skywalker. Now, the thing that also really surprises me is that it also eventually leads to a moment in which they realize that they are witnessing a moment before Luke Skywalker traveled to Ahch-To, where he is actually said to be in his ceremonial robes, inside of course, his Jedi Master outfit, where he's looking out to the Tatooine Suns, the binary sunset on Tatooine, where an X-Wing is said to be by his side. That's very intriguing, I must add, because a lot of fans have been wondering exactly where did Luke go, or what did he really do just before he left for Ahch-To. Now, I'm sure that prior to all of this, he informed his sister Leia on what happened with Ben, as we went over before in the past, but the exact moment, where did he really go, and what did he do before he went over to Ahch-To? Now it seems that it's moving in the direction of him traveling back to his home world of Tatooine and reminiscing the past. And that's a very beautiful moment, I gotta add, because you know, J.J. Abrams and George Lucas, they really want to make this movie very authentic and very much magical and nostalgic to the Star Wars audience that goes ahead and sees this movie come December of this year. That's really going to stand out to, of course, you know, the fans around the world once this drops on, of course, December 19th. Now, the thing about flow walking, a lot of fans are very mixed on flow walking because, number one, it is indeed essentially time travel, but at the same exact time, it's not time travel where you can change the course of history or change the future. You can only learn from the past, and that's mainly what it's really used for, is to learn from what happened many years ago, during, of course, the originals and the sequels, and in between episodes 6 and 7. And that's exactly why Rey and Kylo Ren are using this technique, is to learn from both sides of the dark and the light. And the last thing I really want to go over is that George Lucas actually had a large role in the flow walking sessions that take place in episode 9, as well as the flash fights between both Rey and Kylo Ren. Episode 9 is going to be a massive movie. Even Kelly Marie Tran said that this movie is very, very long, which could very well hint that it's going to be 3 hours, or maybe even 3 hours and change for all we know, and that really is a big hint right then and there. So anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.